Hey guys, it's Befale. I'm just here to provide an update video to address my current projects and the general state of things. I have been uploading on a pretty light schedule ever since I got hired. It's not because I don't have free time. I only work about 20 hours a week. This is fortunately enough to keep me comfortably afloat, and I have enough money to feed myself and cover living expenses little to spare every week. So while I was having a rough patch all those months ago, thanks to everyone who offered support by the way, I'm happy to say I'm on my feet financially and comfortable. In fact, I expect I'm going to be reaching out to a couple of you in particular real soon. However, I'm a person who likes routine and I hate change, and I've had a pretty stressful time adjusting to work. It's not hard work. I enjoy it. I just feel like 100% of my daily energy goes into my job. Like I have to prep a long time. All the time before my work in the day is spent thinking about my work, and by the time I get back, I'm just really drained. It's not as bad now as it was right when I got started, but I'm making a lot fewer formal videos and a lot more stream videos because of that. Streaming is a very peaceful, casual activity for me, and I do it almost 100% of the time if I could. So if you're someone who follows me just for my fighting game content, I'm sorry if I spam your subscription box with a bunch of my stream archives. I asked at the end of a recent video for people to suggest me some tutorials that I haven't made yet, and no one answered much of anything, so I'm starting to wonder if I finally finished explaining all of the Street Fighter 4 mechanics that I wanted to explain. I didn't make a video for every mechanic or anything like that. I tried to make videos for anything that I thought that there was no better guide on the internet. And now I think I'm about coming to a head with that. If there's any video that you can think of that I'm forgetting that you want me to cover, you should leave it in the comments. To head off suggestions of things that I'm already working on, here's my list of all the things I'm currently working on. I'm doing a how to juggle in Street Fighter 3, how the juggling mechanic works in that game. It's actually incredibly interesting, even if you don't play the game, just if only because of how smart it is. I'm doing a how to anti-air in SF3, and I'm probably going to do a how to install Fightcade as well. Those are just like a couple people. I've got a couple people who like my Third Strike uploads, and that's the game that I'm the most qualified to talk about, even though I've made almost no videos about it. So that's been a little request here and there that's been going around those three. I want to keep on doing formal character tutorials for the remaining 37 characters. I've done Ryu, Cody, and the 5 new characters. I will probably never finish these since they each take like hours and hours and hours to do, but I'm just going to keep on working on them and we'll see what happens. I want to do formal character tutorials for the cast of Mortal Kombat X. I know I've had a couple people complain to me in the comments about this. A lot of people, I've been seeing people like on streams and stuff, been talking about how I'm selling out because I made a bunch of content for MKX on the Cross Counter channel. And if you haven't seen those videos, I think they're spectacular. I mean, of course I do, but if you didn't know I made them, you should go check them out. Um, I want to make formal character tutorials for the MKX cast, but I can't do that until those characters are well fleshed out and I have a really good understanding of all of them. But that's something I want to do as well. I want to make a video on EXDP FADC and the uses of that, like a 3-bar FADC. And I also want to make a video, in pretty much the same video, I think. I want to make reaction focus utility, like if you do 2-hit uppercut FADC, and it lets you FADC on reaction, that kind of thing. Or just attacks that let you FADC on reaction, like Evil Ryu Crouch Medium Kick Fireball, and the Abare associated with that. I want to make a video on damage optimization and FADC combos. I feel like that's a really weak area for a lot of people. I want to make a guide on how to read frame data. That's a common request. A guide on how to use training mode and the dummy to practice stuff, because a lot of people don't really know some of the neater things you can do in training mode. I want to make a video on what the fuck trip guard is. That term gets kind of thrown around a lot, and there's not a lot of knowledge on what it actually is, and I see people lose damage all the time in like tournament settings because they don't fully exploit when the opponent doesn't have trip guard. I want to make a video on how to recognize and adapt to an opponent's playstyle and weaknesses. That's really important. That's one of the most important things in fighting games. I want to make a video on who benefits the most from Ultra Combo Double, and why. I want to make a video on chain cancel laws and how chaining works. I want to make a video on the benefits of the corner because I see people screw that one up all the time. It's kind of like the last video I made with the corner fireball properties, it would be more of that. And I'm also working on a combo video with a new silly gimmick for the people who liked my previous 2 combo videos. If any of that sounds like something you want me to prioritize, just let me know. I'm also going to be working on my silly little how to play, like character introductions. I really have to stop for a moment to complain about those, actually. Like, first, I'm sorry. Okay, I know I'm not good with every character. I don't know how to play every single character, like, really well. I know the basics of pretty much every character, because you have to know the basics of a character in order to be able to beat them. You have to you get exposed to what a character has that's good when you fight a good player of that character. I don't know anyone who's good with every character, and I know that the videos for the character, how to play so-and-so, how to play, say, Ryu, would be best left to someone who plays Ryu, and, I play Ryu, but, like, for characters I don't play, like Viper, I would be hesitant to make a how to play Viper tutorial for good reason. Um, and I know that that's best left to someone who's good, and that's one of the reasons that I almost never try to publicize them, like with my other fighting game videos. In the beginning, it was just me showing off the Derp Weasel, how to play various characters at a very, very basic level, since at the time, basically anything was above his level of play. And although I don't know the intricacies of a lot of the characters, I do a bit of research, contrary to what a lot of you claim, and I admit I occasionally get stuff wrong. I tried to keep comments for those videos focused on constructive stuff, like I'd ask people in the description to correct me on anything I said that was wrong in the comments and add things that I forgot that was important. But still a lot of people write in and say I'm describing a character I don't even know how to play and that I shouldn't. Not even that I'm wrong about something, but just that I shouldn't on principle. Um, I had intended these videos to be for very low level players. And for what it's worth, the more I make tutorials, the more I realize that the vast majority of the FGC is actually very low level, which is something that I wouldn't have thought back in the beginning. Um, so when it became a thing that I was making those videos, the how to play so-and-so, I tried to find, when it was like I'm going to make one for every character or something like that, I tried to find good players of those characters to participate with me, and I'd have them with voice chat on and have them correct me and fill in the blanks regarding their character's tools. And it seems like it would fix everyone's issues, but I still can't please everyone. I still see comments saying I should rename the tutorials Buffet Learns How to Play instead of, how to play. And that they're still useless to spread around, which, I don't know. I don't think they're useless. I think 99% of the information given in each one is accurate, and I think personally I show a good amount of the character's toolset and role. I just think that they're for really, like, low-level players. They're just for people who literally don't know anything about the character, or only know very basics of the character. Like, they just know the special moves and, like, whatever's on the move list and stuff like that. Or they just, like, hit the normals and don't really know what they do. I don't think you have to be Daigo to teach someone Ryu. I just think you have to be a better Ryu player than your audience. And the kinds of feedback I get seem to reflect that, which is the whole reason I haven't stopped those videos. The feedback, I've been mentioning bad comments, but the feedback is actually overwhelmingly positive, and they're generously more popular than every other video I make, including my formal tutorials. In fact, even my huge elaborate character tutorials, which I personally consider my best work, Cody Ryu, the 5 new characters, etc., people ask me to make how to plays for those characters, and it blew my mind the first time, but now I understand people just want shit explained to them, and there's no reason I can't do both. Sorry for getting distracted by that. That's kind of a weird tangent to go on. I have a plight for everyone. This is the last part. This is regarding Street Fighter V. My most common request is to do videos for Street Fighter V, probably similar to one, my MKX tutorial series on cross counter, and two, my current Ultra Street Fighter 4 uploads. So just like little technology videos and maybe a primer here and there if like a big new thing, a new mechanic comes into play. The truth of the matter is I spend almost as much money as I make on necessities, and Street Fighter V's beta is coming up soon, and I don't have a PS4, nor the disposable income to buy one. So I hate to be this guy, even especially now that I'm on my feet financially, but I've made a fundraiser to help me get hold of one. It's only for the PS4. I'll probably get hold of a capture card, pre-order the game, and get PS Plus on my own. If you like what I do and you can afford to throw a little cash my way, this is one of very few opportunities that you'll directly support my ability to make content Like most of the content I make just because I want to make content. And the times that I've ever asked for money, which I've tried to keep very few, um, uh, I've only done it because I was just absolutely broke. And this isn't one of those times. I'm not absolutely broke. Okay, I'm not like expecting anyone to give me money. Literally any money I make, I'll be very grateful for. I appreciate it. Um, but like, if anything above zero is fantastic. That's all I want to say. For like from everyone, anything above zero is fantastic. Um, I'll probably get the PS4 anyway, even if I fail to make the money. I think. I don't know. It depends on how much money I can make in that stretch of time. I'm probably gonna try and work a shit ton of overtime soon in order to get it, but I can't promise I'll get it by the PS4 beta deadline. I'm pretty sure I have to be kind of early and pre-order the game and stuff to even be considered for the beta. Or I don't know if it's like auto enter or what. I've actually got to do a little bit more research on that. I'm definitely gonna cover it. I want to cover it on PS4 because it's first. I want to cover it on Steam as well. I know a lot of you are going to be like, "Oh, well, it's going to be on Steam." It's going to be on Steam like a few months later, from what I can tell. And a lot of people are going to be playing the beta who don't even like know what's going on. You know what I mean? I want people to get the most out of the beta that they can, or Street Fighter 5 that they can immediately. So I want to cover it like as soon as humanly possible because I don't want people to just like see the new mechanics and just get scared. I found for fighting games a lot of people tend to think that changes are inherently a little negative, like it's different and therefore it's bad kind of mentality. So I just want people to know the reasons things are different, to be able to explain like why normals do recoverable health or stuff like that. And I just want to cover it as soon as possible for everyone else's sake. Although I imagine I'll be covering the PC beta as well, so I'll probably just be getting it on like two different consoles. In the long run, that's probably just going to be best for recording stuff and playing with the people. I don't know. Actually, there's like cross plays in there. Um, what else? Oh yeah, since it's a more graphically intensive game than Street Fighter 4 is, probably. I mean, I don't know yet because it's not out. But like Mortal Kombat X, I can barely record stuff for it because the game is really graphically intensive, and I can't stream it like almost at all because of how draining streaming plus running the game is on my computer. Um, and I imagine Street Fighter 5 will kind of be the same way. So if I was streaming it from my console, it would just be a lot easier, and I'd be able to like stream ranked and stuff like that. Um, once it actually comes out, especially. That's pretty much it. Thanks for listening, guys. Link to my GoFundMe is in the description. Um, I don't know. Thanks for listening.